Hello and welcome to the Omnic Fallout. We're your hosts, UniEdge and Nymphadora. This is a podcast about Overwatch and all things Blizzard. How are you doing today, Nymphadora?
I am fantastic. I just saw the Warcraft film.
Me too, and it was amazing. We're not going to do any spoilers because people would hate us.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
Yeah,
But it was really good, and we saw it in 3D. I have to say, 3D has come a long way.
mm-hmm.
I thought it would looked really good in 3D.
It really and truly did. I'm not like it. From what I heard about it, like everyone was raving about it. All my friends that went and saw it in 3D, I went and saw it in 2D because it's just a lot easier for me to see it in 2D the first time around. But uh, overall, I loved it. Like, whew, it
Oh god,
was
yeah.
everything I wanted. It deviated a little bit from traditional lore, but I still love it nonetheless. And if you're on the fence about going to see it, I would recommend going to see it.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Uh, we really enjoyed it, and we were in a theater. It wasn't really full because we were at a theater that was kind of in an area that's not very geekish here in Atlanta.
Uh,
It's kind of the suburby, like, snotty people. But the few people that were there were all Horde, because we all screamed for the Horde in the theater.
I feel bad for the Horde people because when we were doing like I was saying for the podcast, uh, you can't like distinctly tell my voice, but like my voice and like thousands of other BlizzCon attendees' voices were in that for Azeroth for the Alliance thing at the end.
I think that's so cool. That's such a cool way to like get people involved and get the fans actually involved in the film. Like that's really
Oh,
neat.
oh yeah, I completely agree with you. Like I just had to adjust my gain again. I'm like Skid Row right now. I'm peaking real hard. I don't know why. Uh, like I literally just had to turn my gain all the way down so I'm not like peaking like 24/7. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. Sorry about the being real loud here. Uh, I promise you, I'm as far away from my mic as I can be and read my notes. Like I'm
what
straining to read the screen right now.
what does that
So
say?
yeah. But if you do want to get in contact with us, if you have any questions or anything, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on our email, theomnicfallout@gmail.com. We'd be glad to take any questions or comments, concerns. Feel free to drop us a line. We'll be glad to get back with you. Keep in mind that we're we like forget to check it sometimes, so yeah.
I actually check it every day, at least
I
once a
forget to
day.
check it like every once in a while.
So you're good. I got you covered. Got you
Hi.
covered, bro.
I do check the iTunes reviews though. We haven't had a new one since last week, but thank you guys for what you've done. I mean, y'all have been helpful, and it's been real nice to have listeners, and it's really cool. Like it, this is the coolest podcasting experience I've had doing it so far. So I'm really glad to have y'all here.
Oh, I feel so special to be a part of that. I feel all legit too with like the iTunes downloads, and
hmm
I've had like several people this week give a shout out via Discord. Like I think the next Torn Think Tank podcast, somebody gave us a slash moo. If you listen to TTT, which I recommend, it's a really good podcast. And
My
then
cat just dragged himself out of the depths of hell. That was that loud noise you heard. In case you did hear it, I don't know if you picked it up or not. No, it was like claw, claw, rag, 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 like
oh, kitty kitty.
yeah,
Um, and then I got a message from Armada from Horde for Life, and he said that he was going to give us a shout out on his next podcast, which I believe
nice.
they're going to do this weekend. Which I think they're going to do an actual review of the movie because
Everybody,
Dustin got to go to the Warcraft premiere on Monday, which was really cool to watch on Twitch.
oof,
Did you watch
I
any of that?
I didn't because I didn't want to ruin any of the movie. So like I wanted to go in fresh eyed and bushy tailed. I didn't want any like I know the story, but I didn't want anything like being told to me.
They actually mostly just interviewed It was mostly podcasters and streamers that they interviewed that were on the red carpet, and then a couple of the actors and actresses that were in the film. So,
Yeah.
um, it didn't. I there were well, what we saw of it, there were no kind of changes or no kind of spoilers or anything. It was cool. It was
Oh,
interesting.
I'm definitely gonna go watch the VODs later and check it out and see all the people that I recognize on the black carpet as they called
Yeah, it was a
it.
black carpet. It should have been a purple carpet, because red and blue make purple.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Or like a red and blue one split down the middle, and like
Oh, that would
one
have been
person kept at the
cool.
other side.
That would have been cool, man. Dude, yeah.
So, but it was a real good movie. Again, to repeat ourselves, definitely worth seeing
Oh
if you have
yeah.
not seen it yet.
Go see the movie.
Hmm. Oh gosh. Well, moving on. We got a little bit of news this week actually. Looking like.
Yeah. So like the biggest story that has come out this week is Jeff Kaplan did an interview. And you can check out, I mean, you can just Google Jeff Kaplan interview
Mhm.
and find it. I mean, it's all several news sources. It's all over the place. But he goes into depth about how they're going to do, well, not super in depth, but he gives us more information about how they're going to do competitive play. And he gives us, he's still giving us just a window. He doesn't know that he said the dates keep changing. Sometimes they move it up, sometimes they move it back, but they're still play testing the competitive play. Basically, it's gonna work similar to how the HOTS competitive play works.
Which I would hope so. I mean, like to have a generalized between all of their games
Yeah,
as much as it can be,
it's gonna be a skill based system instead of a progression based system.
which it should be.
Agreed,
Like,
completely agreed. Um, because which is where they got in trouble with Heroes, because it was a progression based system in the beginning. Because it was like once you hit a level, you don't go back a level, and so at some point everybody's going to be like, in Heroes you get as high as level 40. Everybody's going to be level 40 and nobody's going to have any issues, or there's going to be so many issues with how people actually play and how well they play. So they're actually going, if you lose a lot of games, it's going to hurt you. Like, you have to actually know how to play the game in order
like
to
yeah,
play
like
competitively,
it,
which makes
it's
sense.
what it should be. Like you should have to have a certain amount of skill to maintain your current level.
Yeah,
And I mean, progression is for what they have like right now, which is the level and the prestiging. That's just like cosmetic and like I play the game a lot status, you know.
right, because you can be level 300 and be a shit player. You've just logged a lot of hours.
Hmm. It, it's gonna be interesting to see what's going on ahead. I hope like I was saying last time, I hope they implement a decent amount of rewards and incentives to do it. I mean, incentive enough is just to do competitive, but also to have something to say. I was doing it at the beginning and I kept doing it and blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah, and it looks like they're implementing the same type of matchmaking system that they're trying to put in for Heroes right now. I mean, Heroes was like a lot of the stuff that Heroes has, they're pulling into Overwatch and how it's set up, because it was the first essentially for Blizzard's games as far as esports go, like better than StarCraft, because StarCraft
Hmm.
started it, but it's not the same kind of system as what Heroes has or
Hmm.
what Overwatch is going to have. Um,
And I mean, he talked a lot about, like I'm seeing here, he talked a lot about like people speculating heroes and everything, and like how he felt about that. Like it, everybody wants to see more from this game. Is basically what this boils down to. Everybody's excited. We want to see more come out of it.
Yeah, and
We want to see a robust competitive.
he has confirmed that we are definitely going to have more characters. We're
More
definitely going to
maps.
have more maps. We're
Yeah,
going
you
to
couldn't
have
keep this game going without more maps. Like, no way.
no, and people are complaining about okay, we're 2 weeks into the after the launch, or we're in the second week, and they're like, oh man, I'm it. This is it. I'm done. This is a boring game. But guys, they think they've wasted their money. You haven't wasted your money. This is not a pay-to-play game. You're going to get all of the content for free. You're going to get those patches. You're going to get those expansions for free. It's not going to be like Heroes where you have to pay to
It's gonna be
play.
the It's gonna be the StarCraft type of deal. Like I
Yeah,
don't know. Like I can't foresee what they're gonna do in the future though. I don't think they're gonna do expansions and such because that would segment the audience. But I do feel like they're gonna do like, wow, we're gonna have a big update, and you could buy the collector's edition of that big update and get like a bunch of bonus skins and stuff like they did with the Origins edition. You know, like
I
$20 extra, you get all this extra cool stuff with the update.
yeah, I could see them doing like a combination of expansion slash patch
Hmm.
to continue the thing going. And I know a lot of people are asking for campaign mode, and
And we're gonna get that
he's
maybe one day.
he hasn't said anything about it, but I do. It's an FPS. It's gonna be hard for you to keep going at this without a campaign mode. I hate to say that, but you gotta have something else because
Warcraft is known for having a lot of story, like so. I mean, Blizzard is
yeah,
known for it.
right. It's very, it's. I could see them maybe not within the next 6 months or within the next year doing campaign mode, but I could see them eventually rolling out a campaign mode. And they talk
Yeah,
about seasons and stuff and how they're
it's
going to roll
in
out.
3 months long, maybe
Yeah,
is what I heard.
3 months long, which I think is how the seasons are with Heroes.
Hmm.
And I keep comparing it to Heroes, but I mean, it's
That's
they're the same kind of system is what they're going to
yeah, but
do.
I mean, we don't even know what the hero system is fully yet because it hasn't rolled out. Like
Yeah,
it's
because
still,
they're
oof,
still tweaking the hero system.
yeah. So it's
Um,
gonna be a little bit. I mean, I assume like it's gonna be hilarious because I feel like the same day that we get the Overwatch competitive play, we're gonna get seasons and heroes.
yeah, I think, and I'm not really sure what they mean by seasons. Do you have?
It means that you keep your rank. It's like okay, the simplest way to explain it is Hearthstone. Hearthstone, you go all the like just for sake, hope's sake, you go all the way up to legend. Like
Mm-hmm.
you did real good that season. When the next season rolls around, you go down like 10, 15 levels and you have to work your way back up. So it's going to cut you down a couple ranks, like a decent number amount of ranks, and you have to climb back up, is what I assume it's going to be, what I hope it's going to be. Or
Okay,
they're going to completely refresh your rank and you're going to go back down to zero and you have to do the climb again.
okay. All right, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
I mean,
Um,
that's how it's always worked since Arena and everything. Like, yeah,
yeah, I
that's.
know. I know nothing. I'm new to the esports realm. I'm new to the arena and the tournament realm. So it's nice to know that's what they mean when they say seasons, which which will then probably be how the tournaments are sectioned. It'll be quarterly for the tournaments then at the end of each season. Would I
Yeah,
would
like
think.
that's what they're. I think that's what they said that they're announcing for Heroes is they're gonna have the spring, the summer, the autumn, and then they're gonna have the championship at BlizzCon.
Yeah, so it would be like it would essentially follow the like changing of the seasons.
Hmm.
So that's kind of cool. I like that idea. Yeah, it really is a great article, and he goes into more depth about McCree and why they made the decision to change McCree. Um, he goes into depth about Diva and how there's the McCree's changes are probably going to roll out before Diva's, um, simply because if you look at the Fan of the Hammer, which I mean we discussed this a little bit last week, but the Fan of the Hammer does what is it when you're close up? It's like each bullet is 70 damage, and a little when you're farther away, it's 50. So you have 6 rounds. So you're gonna take people down really quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be able to take out 70% of the people on the
Yeah.
map with that. So they're just gonna just basically debuff that damage a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna nerf it a little bit.
Yeah. Uh,
And I mean, very, very much needed. And hopefully that comes sooner rather than later.
yeah,
Like
and
next patch soon.
something came out right before I went into the movie. They're also going to change some Widowmaker stuff.
Mm-hmm. Which
Uh,
I heard about that last night a little bit, but I didn't get time to look into it very much.
Something about the frustration threshold. And I'm not exactly sure what the hell that's supposed to mean.
Meaning, like, she could snipe four, like, if you have a decent Widowmaker, she could snipe 4 people in a row, headshots, and take them all down.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've heard a lot of. I have a complaint about that. Like, you can just click, click, click. That's not how a shotgun works, or how a sniper rifle works. It doesn't work that way. You can't just go click, click, click. You have to actually take time, and because when I play Widowmaker, that's actually how I shoot it like I shoot a real gun. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh wait, that's right. I can click this quicker. So
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna make it more realistic, which to me makes more sense because it's a
I
sniper
mean,
rifle.
they haven't really elaborated it too much on it yet, so.
No, they just announced that they're going to. They just said Widowmaker's on our radar. That's it. We're discussing fixing her, but we don't know. It's just in exploration. So she will probably not come out at the same time McCree's nerf comes out.
Yeah, I would hope not. Like, that'd be. I mean, I want them to take time to figure out the perfect way to do it instead, like,
Right.
of just like, boom, there we go. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned Warcraft way, where we like throw hot fixes at you like every like hour.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't expect to see her at the end of the month. I expect McCree to be at the end of the month, and
I
I
expect
expect
Korean
Diva to be
competitive.
a little bit later.
I think
Uh,
McCree and Diva are gonna come out around the same time.
uh, and they're saying that they're going to. He said their goal is to put everything out on console and PC at the same time
Yeah, and that's probably
because
what's taking the most time.
they're still working on the cross-platform um, uh, gameplay because they want you to be able to play with console and PC. So they're still working on that because Rocket League does it now, and I think there's another game that also can do it. So um,
Minecraft.
they're still doing that research and still trying to get it to work.
I don't want crossplay between console and PC. I really don't.
Really?
Because console players are going to be at a significant disadvantage.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking your pro console players that like turn with the sensitivity all the way up and they can swing around. I'm talking about your run of the mill like player that's just like, I'm gonna play some Overwatch. Like, he is gonna get stomped to the ground by somebody who doesn't even like on the same skill level as him, but on PC. Like, it would not be fair. I think it needs to stay separated. I mean, if they could find a way to make it work, good on them, but I don't see that turning out well.
I could see it. I mean, obviously not competitive. I mean, that would just be awful. But, like, if you
Even
wanted
on
to play
competitive,
with friends on, like, custom mode, why not?
yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about like even in quick play, that's like non-sequential, nobody cares. But you're gonna be at such a severe disadvantage because, and like, okay, do you know what the most popular heroes on console are? Like, supposedly that have been reported thus far.
I actually haven't looked at any of the console stuff.
Okay, the supposedly the favorite hero is Winston and Junkrat, just because they don't have to aim so hard. They can just run around,
Oh,
jump, and
interesting.
throw and hit, and like the Tesla just hits, and then Primal
Hmm.
Rage just bump people all the way around.
Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Makes sense. Makes
I mean,
sense.
this is a Twitch shooter game. Like it, if you if you take console and put it in the same row as PC, you're going to be severely disadvantaged.
No, I agree. It's definitely. I mean, they're working on it, and that's essentially why they haven't. Um,
Done it yet.
yeah, that's why they haven't done it yet, because
And,
it's.
and by the way, no hate to console players. I'm not hating on you. I'm just stating like the tried and true proven fact. Like you could be the best console player in the world. I'm not dissing on you. I'm just saying like the normal player that plays on console, if we're to go up against the normal player that plays on PC, the console player is going to be at a severe disadvantage. It's just not going to work real well.
I'm curious how the crossplay works in Rocket League. Like, is that because I mean that's a crazy game,
Hmm.
and that's one of those games where you want to have like the best advantage you can because you got to be able to hit the ball and
Yeah,
all
but
that
on that
stuff.
one, it's like driving a car. It's a little bit different. Like you're not necessarily aiming a reticle, shooting a bullet. Like
Yeah, that's true.
it's more like free flowing, like soccer. Like I mean, you could play soccer on PC and play soccer on console, and it's significantly the same, just about. I mean, it's a little bit different. It when it comes to Twitch based anything, like where you have to have like RTSs. There's a reason that RTSs did not make it well on console. I,
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
they're working on it. They may never get to it. They may get to it. Who knows?
one more piece of Overwatch news that I have is if you don't already know about it, Watcher.gg
Oh yeah.
is a real good website to go to check how you stack up against everybody else that's playing Overwatch. And it's not like Hero Watch or Ice. I can't remember the name of all the Heroes of the Storm tracking ones, but where like people have to be using the app in order for all their games to be captured, or like somebody in the game has to have it for the games to be captured to basically get your MMR and everything. On this one, it's basically since your stats are public, they can just pull your stats from what's essentially like the old school Warcraft Armory, like just the normal Overwatch website, because
Mm-hmm.
all our character stats are on there. Pull your stats from there and put it on your personal profile page, and it's just there, and everybody's there. Like everybody on every console across the world is there,
Yeah,
and you can see
it's
how you rank up.
there's several websites that do it. I think Watcher.gg does the best.
The only
Um,
thing I complain about is you can't log into it yet. Like you can't be like claim this page. You can't like it doesn't have that like that personalized element to it. But then again, it's a statistics page, so
yeah,
whatever.
it's pretty cool to see how you rank up with other people. Um, I am okay with Junkrat. I'm not compared to you with Junkrat. I'm better with Lucio, apparently.
Top 2000 Junkrat. Yeah. But
I
I mean, that's the character I like to play. So
I'm in the top 5,000 of Junkrat and the top 3,000 of Lucio. So I'm proud of those numbers.
yeah, it's
Not too
good.
shabby.
It's all good. It's all good. But it's all 300 for medals for Junkrat though. That makes me real happy.
Nice, nice.
But anyway, moving across, I think that's really much all we have for Overwatch, other than like rumors of heroes with Sombra and all that, which we're not really gonna go too much into right now. Like
Yeah,
we'll
I
save that for
don't
later.
know a whole lot. I haven't looked into the rumors about that. I actually want to be pleasantly surprised. I'm
Mhm.
one of those people
Yeah.
that would like to wait until the new character actually, like the week before it comes out, when we actually get all the information, kind of deal.
Hmm.
Um, but the next bit of news, Blizzard and Facebook are apparently integrating, which
Yeah.
personally, I'm really not excited about this. I know
Yeah,
why they're
I
doing
don't
it.
see it going too far, honestly. But whatever.
I don't like Facebook. I use Facebook as a housing tool for my photos, and that's it. Um,
Well, what it's gonna be for is it's gonna be part of their new live streaming
yeah,
thing. That's what it is.
they're gonna do I think they're trying to push the esports streaming stuff through Facebook, which I mean I think it's great. I think you need to take esports off of Twitch because no offense Twitch, but when esports are on Twitch, it just takes up all the bandwidth and you can't stream. Nobody can stream
Not to
whatsoever.
mention there's no competitors, so they're not going to get better until there's competitors.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, it's a good
I mean,
thing.
aside from YouTube, YouTube is a competitor, but still.
It's a cool thing, but I just have this thing with Facebook right now. I'm just not too happy with Facebook.
Yeah, I don't like Facebook integration idea with it. Like the second I heard about it, I was just kind of like, eh. But that just because they're gonna have Facebook, Blizzard's gonna have Facebook integration with their games, it doesn't not mean that like there's not gonna be Twitch integration and everything later on down the road. That just means one of the avenues that have opened up to them so far.
Yeah, and I personally don't want my Facebook friends to know my battle tag information, so I will not be using that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like I only want certain people on my BattleNet. I want people I'm going to actually play the video game with. I don't want just random people on my BattleNet.
Oh, and yeah, like I don't want my entire family coming and watching the podcast while I'm doing it live. No, no, I'm good.
It's like yeah, I'm good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be something similar to like maybe the way they integrated Twitter with it, where you can like tweet out certain achievements and stuff.
Yeah, but
Um,
that like kind of nobody cared.
yeah, on Facebook, nobody gives a shit about that kind of stuff. On Twitter, it's I post pictures from in game through
Oh yeah.
Twitter because I think it's fun with the stupid selfie camera. I'm so lame.
But another thing that's pretty interesting going on, like the whole streaming collaboration thing, and with Facebook and Twitch, is for the next however long. I'm not sure how long this is going to last. Is there? There's supposedly going to be I mean what not supposedly there is you could type /horde or /alliance into Twitch chat and get a little horde or alliance logo next to your name.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can see my little horde in the chat right now.
Yeah, my little alliance lion right there.
Yeah, get out of my chat. Just kidding.
And
Um,
it's I like it. And
I
I
think
hope they
it's
do more good
cool.
stuff.
I hope they don't get rid of it. I think it's a cool little icon to have.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it forever if they leave it.
Um,
Uh, but
so the movie has hit $90 million in China already.
which does not surprise me in the least bit.
It surpassed the Fast and Furious 7, which was their top grossing film there.
It's China. World of Warcraft and China are synonymous. You like next to America and the Americas. China is the biggest World of Warcraft fan. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
back in the day, they were getting pets that only they could get. They were getting like promotions that only they could get. They had a whole Coca-Cola promotion that like never saw the light of day in America.
I think it's really cool, and I hope that because of this and because of the sales domestically, I'm still reading a lot of negative stuff. Oh, America, it's not going to do well domestically, but it's doing
Everyone's
well China.
cynics.
Dude, it's only Thursday. Just
Yeah.
chill out. Wait till the weekend, and actually see
Oh,
the proper domestic sales, because everyone that has gone to see it so far has enjoyed the movie. I
there's
think
no
they're
way that this movie makes only like 30 million, 40 million.
no
Then it's
way.
yeah.
It's going to make its money back, and it's going to make enough money that they're going to say, okay, well, let's do a sequel, which is what
The
Duncan Jones is hoping for.
yeah. The line at the movie theater was insane. Like I almost missed like the entirety of the previews because I was waiting in line to pick up my
Nice.
ticket that I had already bought online.
Oh, damn, man. Oh, okay, so I know you didn't see it in 3D, but um, we did. And at the beginning, before all the previews and stuff start, they did an Overwatch, like, uh, preview ad thing in
Hmm.
3D, and it looked so cool. And then they
Oh,
did
that's
the
awesome.
Legion trailer in 3D, and I was like,
Oh, that
it's so
pisses me
cool.
off.
I was
Not that you
geeking
have
out
to.
so bad. I was like, That's
what pissed me
awesome.
off is like when we went and saw it, like they had no new previews. It's the same old previews that you've been seeing for fucking months on end, like literally, like the same shit. It's like, okay, The Rock and Kevin Hart are gonna sit there and talk about their freaking movie for like 10 seconds, and then gonna show us the trailer that we've been seeing since freaking January. Like, goddamn,
Oh,
stop.
we got we got the Assassin's Creed trailer,
Oh, we
which
did too. We got that.
I'm sorry, that doesn't look interesting. And
Oh,
I haven't
kidding
played
me?
the
That looks
games.
extremely exciting to me.
It looks
And
so weird to me. That movie is definitely for the fans,
okay,
for the people
this
who have
is
played the
this
game.
what I'm about to tell you is going to make you excited about that. All that stuff you saw that you thought was just all CGI and everything, that's practical effects.
Oh, I know that. I know
Yeah.
that. It's just it's one of those movies that
I promise you, if you go see it when it comes out, you're going to like it because uh, I'm looking at this and I can already tell it's going to be a decent movie. It looks like they're focusing more on the story than we're just going to watch this guy run around and kill people all day.
well, see,
Like,
and that's I was watching the trailer. I'm like, I don't know I don't understand the story. In the Warcraft trailer, at least you got an idea of what the story was.
but see, I like that.
In Assassin's
I like
Creed,
that.
you're like, what the hell is this story? He dies
I
and then he goes back. So it's
I like that. I don't want to know the story when I'm watching a preview. That's why I hate previews nowadays. It's like, oh well, here's the entire plot synopsis of the movie. Might as well not even go see it now.
I like
And
I like how Warcraft did it. They gave you an idea of what it is, but not what the actual story was.
yeah, but
Granted, we all
they like
already know
botched
it.
the trailer. They botched the trailer real hard when
Uh,
they put that weird techno music over it, like in the Americas, and like, ew.
I did like the Japanese trailer better that came
Yeah,
out.
the European trailer was amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, I like that one better. But um, yeah, that's what made us actually go see it because we went and saw some movie in 3D and they had the trailer for Warcraft and the 3D looked so good. I was like, all right, I'm sold. I'm going to see that in 3D. Done. Done.
uh, dude, I need to tell you what made me like real happy is like before the movie, like I had met up with friends that I wasn't even planning on meeting up when I went there because we just happened to meet up, and I was telling you about that anyway. But I was like, I'm gonna call it. We're gonna see the dark portal and we're gonna hear the login music. And she was like, no, there's no way. I was like, no, we're gonna see the portal and we're gonna hear the login music. And sure enough, like we start hearing the login music, and it's like and then there's the portal.
I'm not going to lie. Like, it made me want to come home and play WoW. It
Yeah.
really did. I was like, oh, man,
Uh,
I
me
totally
and my
miss
friend,
old school
me,
WoW.
me and my friend Papa Twan Relapse. Shout out to him. We've been leveling characters on Airy Peak for the like past 2 days. That's why my schedule's all like fucked right now because I'm like, oof. I woke up at 6 p.m. today and went and saw the movie.
Oh,
And I
nice.
got like 3 hours of sleep before the movie.
Oh, that's some healthy sleep right there, man.
And as soon as I get off this podcast, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him a call, like, "Hey, get on Warcraft."
Speaking of like the login screen and the old school stuff, they had their final meeting with the Nostalgia server people.
Australis. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So Blizzard apparently wants the server. The only thing is they have. It's not that they can't do it. It's that they have to put in a lot of man hours to create it. So
And figure out how to monetize it.
and figure out, yeah, there's like we said last week.
Mm.
It's going to happen. It's
It's
probably
all it's
not.
ever gonna be about is money, and it's nothing against Blizzard. You got to make your money. You ain't
Well,
gonna do
you
nothing
have
for
to
free.
pay people to actually
Yeah.
monitor the thing because you can't just throw it up because they have to go back. They have the old files, but they have to
And
go
this-
back and they have to create some stuff for the files because they've lost it with the
But
expansions.
not only that, but they also have to patch the old shit into the launcher and everything.
Yes,
Like,
so
and
it requires manpower that they don't have.
what I hope
So
they do, what this is what I'm hoping they do. They take those people, those kids that were, I don't even know if they're kids, the guys that were doing this server. and hire them to manage and run the server. That would be amazing for them and everyone involved. And I think that would have pleased the fan base a lot personally. Like that would be the biggest PR move that they could do to save face from that whole shit show that was not even their fault, but it just blew out of proportion real quick.
It blew out of proportion because people are they don't think in a fundamentally way.
Rational
They
business way.
Yeah, they don't think in a business way, and Blizzard can't they can't just let it happen. They have to be able to keep their trademark. They have to, I mean, I don't fault Blizzard for it.
It's like personal. Okay, look at it this way. It's personally like this. Like I don't blame them because think about this. Think if someone took a picture of you and used it to become famous.
Exactly,
And
exactly,
you got nothing from it. Like now
exactly,
that's not the same thing, mind you. That's not the same thing, but that's about the same picture. Like it puts it in the realm of like understanding. If someone
exactly.
made money off of you, and then they weren't making a lot of money, they were making enough money just to run the server. I understand that. But that's their business. That's what they created. That's like taking a picture of them and offering it to everybody for free.
Well, yeah, it's like, oh, you just had say you just had a baby. Okay, well, it's my baby now. And I had nothing to do with making it, but it's my baby now, and I'm gonna take care of it and let other people touch it. And it's like, whoa, uh, no, that's no, that's not
Yeah.
okay. So
Anyway, going towards the like good news, like happy news.
so they do want to
We
create it, which is what's really exciting. They
yeah,
do want to have it, and it is going to come. It's just not going to be immediate. You're going to have to be patient for it.
we finally got the Legion login screen, and it
Oh,
looks amazing. And we got the new remix of the login music, and it sounds great
did you
and everything's
buy
great.
Legion?
I bought Legion twice already.
Okay. See, I haven't
I
bought Legion yet, so I don't have any of that. I'm waiting to. I'm being slow on buying Legion.
I bought digital and physical. I
Gotcha.
bought digital so I could get my level up boost like right away because it's like $60 to get it and it's $60 to buy a level up anyway. So I was just like, all right, whatever. I'll get all my extra stuff early and for free, you know? And then I bought my collector's edition through GameStop and I'll go pick that up day one. And then I'll probably call Blizzard and be like, ah, can you like give my friend my copy of Legion that I bought digitally, which has happened in the past for me, but no bets on them that they're gonna do it again. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we haven't bought it yet. But yeah, it is cool. I have seen screen caps of it. It's all green, and green's my favorite color,
Like
and I'm like, yeah, it's cool.
it's like green and reddish, and it's got that like hue in it, and it's got like two big ass fucking Felgars, just like ah.
um,
But yeah, I can't I literally cannot wait till Legion, and it's coming. Like last night I was talking to Wicked in the chat, like I was talking to him, I was like, wait, and we both like had the sudden realization, Legion soon.
it is. Oh God, it's let's see, just 2 months.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2 months. Holy crap. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. We're in the
it's
month of
getting there.
June.
Uh,
So moving on with the news. The Medivh patch hits Heroes of the Storm. It hit Heroes of the Storm this week in the
PTR,
public test round.
yeah.
So they're gonna roll him out, I think, within the next 2 weeks. If you
All his
want,
abilities are looking really cool. We're not gonna go too in deep to that because we're not a heroes thing, but like it looks real cool. I
yeah,
love Steve.
yeah, it does. He does look really, really cool. So, and they like the rank system we were discussing earlier. They've rolled that out on the PTR as well. So if any of you out there do the PTR stuff in Heroes, they really, really want to hear your opinions on how the rank system is set up, so that they can make sure that it's monitored, so they can make sure that it's doing well. So yeah, that's really exciting, and that's all I have for the news.
Like the only thing is like we were talking about earlier is go check out Watcher GG. It's really cool. Just shout out to them, like really awesome. We're not gonna spoil. Don't worry, we're not gonna spoil anything about the movie. We ain't gonna say anything about the movie. Like we said our piece at the beginning. It's good. Go see it.
We may have a special podcast for our review on the movie in a couple weeks, but we're
Yeah,
gonna wait and let everybody see it first.
yeah. we're not gonna just like jump that. But moving on, our hero of the week is Symmetra. Because like we're going by the comic order of comics that
She's a
released so far.
bitch to play.
And also, like, I didn't realize how dark her story was until I was like, what?
Oh my god, that story! Oh my god!
Yeah,
I'm just like, what just happened?
yeah.
What
Like
the hell did I just read?
shit got real quick. So basically, if you don't know, she's bidding against a competing constructor to build housing for the poor and also build like buildings in the area. I can't remember the location exactly, but like
It's in India,
she
in
loses the yeah.
Utopia, India is what it's called, I think.
Yeah, so she loses the debate and she ends up breaking into Vishnik Corporation.
Hmm.
I, I think it's Vishnik, yeah, Vishnik, and tries to like get in there to see if she can get any dirt on him because she knows that this guy's a scumbag. He like builds all these like scummy ass land like houses, apartments, and everything, and shoves as many people as he can in it just to save money and make money, as much money as he can off as many people as he can without doing anything really.
Your basic standard politician.
Yeah, you're a real asshole. You're slumlord. So she's trying to dig up dirt on him, but she can't find any dirt on him. So she's like, it's a bail. We gotta go." So she leaves, and as she's leaving, as she teleports out, she uses her teleporter, which is her ult, and gets out of there. And then as soon as she gets out of there, the entire building explodes. Like, and she like freaks out, and she goes like, "What happened? What?" And it's like, "Well, things had to be done. You knew." Like, and basically just going into it and like telling her that like this had to be done or else the slumlord was going to take over the city and control it forever and we're never going to get anywhere. And basically she's forced into this situation to where she has to agree with it for the betterment of her people, but she is like feeling real shitty about it.
Yeah. Uh, we're making the world a better place.
Yeah, like
The
she
last
says like
line of the
real
comic book.
sarcastically, and that's where she ends up like joining with from what I understand, joining with Overwatch, like
Yeah.
just to like make up for the sins of her past, which seems to be like a reoccurring theme. Like, I gotta make up for what the fuck that shit I did. Better join Overwatch.
Yeah. She and yeah, man. She's she's a hard one to play. I've played her a lot this week. Uh,
Other than that, there's not a lot of lore on her. Like,
just like
other than
everybody else, there's
yeah,
not much out there.
she's 28. She like, of course, she's an architect. She's a hardline architect working for the Vishkar Corporation. Actually, that's the I thought that was the enemy. I don't remember what the enemy or like not enemy, but the opposing. Uh, but anyway, the opposing company was. But um, she's in
She
Utopia,
basically
India.
is a light bender, is what she
Mhm.
is when it comes to building this stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
she works with hard light, which is a technology in the future.
no, it exists today. What are you talking about? Completely exists right now.
Yeah, why not?
Um, yeah, as far as like, so her gun, which is her photon projector, you can either shoot out balls of light or you can shoot out a beam of light. And the beam, the longer it is on the person that you're up against, the more damage it does.
It's
However,
also increased by your the amount of turns you have on them as well.
oh yes, yes. However, I have an issue with the range of that gun because it's basically melee range, and she has no way to defend herself, no way to get out of anything. So, and she's yeah, she has the shields on herself.
Think of her as like a spider. You gotta will everybody into your nest. You gotta bring them in. That's why you got the turns. You bring them in, and then that way you slow them down, kind of like May slows them down. Like May's like real like up in your face all the time.
But see,
Like
May has the option to be able to snipe people, whereas
yeah,
her balls, like they're slow. So
Say what you want though. You can like really hit people with that if like you just like random fire, like hold it down and let it go. People will walk into it. Like, and Reinhardt's like half the Reinhardts don't know that it goes through their shield. It
that
goes
key,
through a Reinhardt shield.
yeah, you have to spam them constantly
Yeah.
because they're slow as shit. So if you're smart, you can get out of the way of the balls. But if you spam the hell out of them, eventually it will hit something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's I have a problem with how close it is because she doesn't have a way to get away from people.
But
I
like
wish
if you're a
her
good Symmetra, you can
her
oh, there's some
maneuverability is not very good, in my opinion. Playing with her,
but
but I'm also not the best Symmetra in the world.
but like
Uh,
I was saying, you gotta slow them down. That's what you use your sentry turrets for. Like you try and bring them into a nest of your sentry turrets, and then like just run circles around them, and they can't keep up with you.
yeah, and her sentry turrets, like you said, they, uh,
25 damage a second, up to 6 turrets.
but they're only 1 HP, so they can be taken out quickly. Um,
Well, they got 25 HP, but yeah. But like again, they're real hard to hit unless you got even with explosives. It takes like a little bit. The only like real good clears are Reinhardt and Winston. You can do it with Junkrat, but like again, even like your mine, which does the biggest radius explosion, uh, it can die before you activate it if she has all 6 of them aiming at it.
the uh, uh, the characters that do AOE damage, essentially, like Winston and Junkrat and Farah, they can take out the turrets really, really easily. Which is Farah and
And
Junkrat
like
are two of the better ones against Torbjorn too. So I mean,
and like in chat, like they're saying like yeah, you can block them with Reinhardt's shield, the turrets, but you can't block the
yes,
balls.
right, yes, exactly. Um, and her, she's got the shield. She is a support character, but she doesn't heal anybody. So you want to still have a healer like a Mercy or Lucio
Mm-hmm.
running around, but
She's a supporter in the sense of like defending a certain area, getting your heroes there quicker,
yes,
and applying a permanent shield of 25 to each one of them until they die.
because I'm not gonna lie, that teleporter is like so awesome. However, the teleporter, which is her ult, has
Mm-hmm.
6 charges, and
Mm-hmm.
once it goes down, whether from using all the charges or somebody takes it out, then it starts to charge again. It as long as it's up, you're not charging your ult. So
But
that's
Symmetra can get her ult up pretty quick.
yeah, because your sentry
Like I was
turrets
telling you,
help get that ult up
in
quickly.
in certain choke points, like on Volskaya, for instance, Reinhardt, Winston, like any like ground ridden character has to go through that underpass, and you can just throw your light balls through there, and you're gonna hit somebody, and it's just gonna keep building your ults up, and then you can lay it down in a safe spot, then come back. I mean, I'm not good at Symmetra, but I've seen really good Symmetra players just rock it real hard and
I do really
always have their teleport.
well on the Temple of Anubis with
Mm,
her. She there's some really decent choke points within there, especially if they get past point A. Point B, you've got 3 options on where to go. So if you can place your turrets in the right
mm.
place, oh man, yep, you're good. You're good. It's a
Yeah, like one of the best places I've found, like personally for me, this isn't like anybody else really, probably, or I don't know. Off to the right. Everybody likes to go through that right door. Just set it up
mm-hmm.
around the door, and then set up your like your kill room right there. Like it's perfect to me.
I've seen people set up the turrets like roughly at least 3 turrets around the teleporter itself to keep the
Mm.
teleporter safe, which has done some damage because everybody tries to take out the teleporter. So that's a cool little idea as well. Um, I've seen some really good Symmetra plays. I've had a few good Symmetra plays.
I
She
saw something crazy once. I'll tell you in a minute.
I would not. I personally wouldn't recommend playing her on attack mode, until you get past a certain point.
Or get real good with her. Like if you're really good with her, then yeah, go for it.
Because she's for defense. She's purely defense, and she is a
Well, she's
great
a
on
real good
defense.
aggressor though too. I mean, you could say that, but she's a real good aggressive, like up in your face. Personally, yeah, I've seen like, for instance, I've seen Wicked like get real good with it, like real good kills. I mean, I've seen a lot of people get real good plays just by like having patience, but knowing when to go in and like beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, yeah. You make a very valid point. You need to know when to stay back because of the fact that she is not very maneuverable. You don't want to be up in their face while they're killing you. Like especially a Reinhardt, because he's gonna take you out real quickly. Make sure you have people around you when you're because she
But it's
does a
like the
lot
same
of
thing when
damage to Reinhardt because her beams go through that shield, like on the actual gun go through his shield. So
yeah, and that's like the same thing with like Torbjorn. Nobody expects the up in your face Torbjorn. Nobody
dude,
expects the up in your face
I've
Symmetra.
melee the shit out of people as Torbjorn this week.
Yeah, nobody expects that shit. Nobody. Like they freak out and they're like, ah.
But yeah, you don't. I personally don't like to be by myself around the other team. I like to have at least one other person as Symmetra when I'm in
But
their face.
it
Just
also goes to the point of like, if you're about to lose the point and you're about to lose the game anyway, get your ass on the point.
yeah, really, really.
Like
I
I've
don't
seen so many
understand
snipers just chilling in their nest, and even when they capping the point and losing, they will not get out of their nest. Like, come on, dude, you're right there. You need to get on there, at least like hold it back for a second, so the rest of your crew can get up in there and try and displace them.
that. Oh my
Like, I
god.
understand what you're doing as a sniper, but you sometimes you got to go from like far range to like up in your face, and you got to be able to make that change.
Yeah, and getting on the payload, it's like, hello. I get you're trying to get the people away from the payload, but you have to touch it. Touch the butt so that you get that overtime. Touch
Yeah.
it. Touch the butt.
And you also have to keep in mind that like if you're above it as far, you're not pushing the point. You have to be touching it,
Yep.
or you have to be like within like I think 5 feet at least to for it to move. And
Yeah.
it's
So,
really and that's on the point too, like on like fixed points when you're capturing points in like Voskaya and everything. If you're hovering above it, it doesn't count. There's been so many times that I've been Junkrat like flying in, like coming down, and like I'm like maybe like 10 feet away, and then like I lost the match. I was like, come on, I was there.
yeah, it's she's tough. I am not a good Symmetra. She is fun to play. She's a lot of fun to play. I will admit, even though I suck at her, she is a lot of fun to play.
And you can really flank somebody as Symmetra really easily. Like get your entire team behind them in certain points. Like for instance, Runtun Putin in chat. One time he freaking set up the Symmetra. He was trying to get an achievement because he was being an asshole, but he set the teleporter up behind point A in Egypt, and like we were attacking and he set it up behind point A. So we were coming from the same spawn as them, and they could not find our teleporter.
Nice,
So
nice.
like we were just like coming behind them and flanking them, and they could not keep up with us, and we took the point because of that.
Oh,
Like
that's
sometimes the craziest
brilliant.
shit that you could think of works.
That's so
Uh, it,
brilliant.
uh,
That's awesome. Um, she's really good against. She's one of those people that's good against Bastion because a lot of Bastions don't move, and so her
it's,
balls. It only takes 3 balls to damage him. I say balls. I don't know exactly what they're called. They're balls. They're
works.
balls of light. I mean, that's what they
but
are.
but like but on the same hand, if like the cheese strategy going on, they have a mercy on them. It's like
Yeah. Oh God, I was in a game last night where it was 2 Bastions, 2 Torbjorns, a Mercy, and a Reinhardt, and I was like, really, really, okay. And the thing is, they only had 1 Torbjorn and 1 Bastion in the beginning. It was Hanamura, and we
mhm.
just wrecked them. We just went in and took the point. And I'm sorry, if you're losing, don't go the cheap route and go all turrets. That's just not a that's just cheap. That's a cheap play. It's such
Cheese
bullshit.
strategy is cheese, but I mean, you're gonna see that no matter what. You can't tell people not to do it because
I
then
know,
they're
it's so frustrating. I'm like, really? You're just pissed because we're better than you.
the amount of times like I've seen people like just like rage quit like I'm done.
One guy got so mad playing with us because I was like, are you sure you want to do Torbjorn on Temple of Anubis attacking? Because you're not really going to have a good place to set your turret. And he was like, I'm going to do what I want. You can't tell me. I was like, all right, I was just trying to help you out, buddy.
I've
Because he
seen
was like
Wicked like
level
but I've
12.
seen Wicked do like really crazy like real well with attack Torbjorn.
He
Like,
wasn't doing well at all. He
yeah.
wasn't doing well. So I was like, well, we're going to leave. Because it was like 4 of us in a group. And we're like, yeah, this guy, he just kept being a dick. So I was like, well, guess what? Leave game as group.
Yeah,
I
we
never
had
do that either. I never do that.
another Symmetra story before we go. After the Symmetra, this one Symmetra story, we'll go talking about like our gameplay this week. But one Symmetra we had, it was like crunch time, and we were losing real hard, and we were attacking, and we had a Symmetra that was doing really well. Like she was like a attack Symmetra and doing real well. And we were about to lose. We had all died to a Mercy. He set his teleporter up in the middle of a like point B on Anubis, and we all came through at the same time and won the point. Like, sometimes you can throw up like that clutch teleporter and win.
That is brilliant. I love it. That's great. Um, oh, she's also really good against Genji because he can't deflect or reflect, whatever you want to call it. He can't deflect her stuff, and
Hmm.
because he tends to get up in your face because he's like melee and ranged at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Um, she's really good against Genji, and I've killed many a Genji because of that, because they think they can deflect the little balls and deflect everything. And I'm like, no, no, pew pew, shots fired, you're done.
I had a hilarious moment the other day. I was playing May, and someone, like the first time I've ever seen this done to me anyway, someone reflected my ult back at me.
I had somebody do that to me too. I was like, wait a second, what just happened? Holy shit, he just deflected my ult.
Yeah.
And you freeze yourself, and it's like, this sucks. This sucks so bad. Because it's
Like makes
blue,
no sense, but
and then
alright.
it turns red, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? I didn't know he could do that. So yeah,
Oh,
Genji's pretty.
he can the cool thing about Genji is he can reflect even Hanzo's ult. Like if you're close, if you're there when he first shoots it and you reflect the arrow that he launches to summon the dragons, you can send the dragons back at him.
Oh,
Like it
I've
kill
seen
him,
that happen
but
actually. I
it
have
happens.
actually seen that happen in game. It was really wicked. I was like, whoa. I guess the video was accurate.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's a lot you can do if you're good, like or not just good, lucky. Like real lucky.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Um, that's pretty much all I have as far as her gameplay goes. I mean, I think she's one of the more fun characters to play, and I want to play her more.
It's just
Um,
hard sometimes. Like to like she's not good in every situation unless you become like really adept with her.
you need to have kind of like engineering thought process as far as where to place the turrets, where to place the teleporter.
You gotta know your ranges.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm learning her, and I've had a lot of fun playing her this week.
Which,
She's
by the way, one thing we didn't mention, her turrets have a 10-yard range.
yeah,
So
yeah.
to put that in perspective, Torbjorn has like I think a 40 yard range on his turrets. So that's like 1/4 of how far a Torbjorn can shoot. So you always want to set that up in a room if possible.
Yeah, you definitely want it in like enclosed spaces because you've got that slow effect, and if you're, if they're trying to flank, you can be like, "Oh yeah, somebody's over in that room because my turret just went off." It's a very
Anyways,
useful tool.
so what have you been doing this weekend game?
Playing Symmetra.
It's just the Symmetra. Anything else interesting happen? Any other games you've been playing?
Okay, so like I love Junkrat. He's definitely my favorite character.
Hmm.
However,
Lucio.
I am really good with Lucio. And you know the map in the Greece map where it's the well?
Oh yeah, knockoff Central.
I knocked 4 people into the well in one go. One go.
Play
I'm
of the
like,
game.
what the hell just happened? And I didn't get play of the game.
Aww.
I should have got play of the game for that, but I recorded it, so hopefully I can find it because I don't remember which night. But it was the coolest thing I've ever done as Lucio. I was so excited about that. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I did a couple bomb games as Junkrat. I had one. We were on the map of Egypt, and I came over like the second wall. You know how when you come in, you got the main choke point, and then you've got that little wall that has the bridge that goes over to the
Mm-hmm.
door.
Oh yeah.
I came over that and then landed on the point and blew it up and like killed 4 people, and then we took the point. That was like my favorite moment so far. Not so far, but so far this week.
Nice. I got a 22 player kill streak as Diva this week. I was
Yeah.
so proud. I never died. I was so proud. I was so proud of that moment. I was like, holy crap. I've never done that well. That is awesome. And I got like 16,000 healing as Lucio and 48 kills in one game as Lucio. As
Oh,
Lucio.
dude. I was playing Lucio and we were doing defense on King's Row. And we had this like real jerk who was like, "You need to turn your speed aura off and turn your healing aura on." But my healing aura was on. He just thought that it did a lot more than it actually does. So the entire time I was like healing him like for as much as I could, and like I got I think like 10k healing at the end, like 9 to 10k healing at the end of that match, which on Lucio was like incredible, especially
Oh yeah.
on King's Pro. And he just kept like cussing me out the entire game, the way through the game.
Oh god, that's awesome. Yeah, I Lucio you usually get about 7,000 healing average, 6 to 7,000 healing average in a game. I think with Lucio, at least that's what I've seen. Uh, I like Lucio. He's becoming a favorite character.
Oh yeah.
I love that you can skate on the walls and like
You can
avoid
also
things. You can jump
you
in
can
the
also
well
like
and save
move around
yourself.
so fast around like the point on like when you escort missions. Like
Oh
you can just
yeah.
keep them from moving it because they can't hit you. Same with Tracer. Like that's the perfect thing to do on mobility. Is just keep moving around where they can't hit you until your team gets there and backs you up.
Uh, what was it? El Dorado. We were pushing. We're at the very last point, which is I think one of the toughest points to push because you get to that choke point,
Mhm.
and everybody died, and I was still alive, and I'm just skating around. I put on my speed aura so they couldn't get to me, and they had a Winston, and I just kept pushing him back for me so that his Tesla gun wouldn't hit me, and I ended up killing Zarya, Reinhardt, and Winston, waiting on my team to get back to me, and I can't believe I survived it. We ended up getting like that much, and we were defeated. We were so close.
Yeah, it happens like that. It's like real. Uh,
So, do you have any plans coming up in the next week other than Overwatch?
a lot of World of Warcraft playing. We're leveling a priest and a druid. Me and Wicked are to 100 before Legion, so we're probably gonna be doing a lot of that. Hopefully, get it done this week. So
Nice.
tonight we're definitely gonna hit 60, maybe 70 if we push it hard.
I have a paladin that I'm leveling right now. I'm actually going to do a mount run on Sunday back on this channel. So if anybody wants to come and join and hang out and chat. Then I have Drunk LFR Tuesdays on Tuesday, where I get drunk and go into LFR so that I can get my legendary ring for my Alliance alt. So it's always fun. And then the podcast. That's all I've got so far coming up this week.
Um, that's pretty much all from me too. And then like Friday, I'm gonna be doing drinking and swearing with Jules, Pat on the CTR side, and Zugs
They're not doing it
Twitch.
this week. It'll be
Oh
next
yeah, they're
week
not doing this week. Oh
because they've
god.
got the movie meetup this week. So that's not happening this
Uh,
week.
That saddens me. All right.
Yeah. We should
Then I'm
do our
not
own
doing
drinking and
anything.
swearing tomorrow night.
Maybe we'll have to see.
People can come and join us drinking and swearing with the Omnic Fallout. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, other than Overwatch, because I'll be, doing my research for Overwatch and playing until 5 o'clock in the morning, like I've done every night this week.
uh-huh.
I haven't gone to bed before 5 o'clock this week. It's
Neither
really
have
sad.
I. I feel you. I really do.
um. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got going on.
Same here. Well, it's been nice, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. If you want to follow us, you can follow me at uni at Zov, at XAUVE, and then if you want to follow Nymphadora, you can follow her at Gamer Nymphadora on Twitter. Hit us up on our email if you have any questions, contents, or you want to have us discuss something. And it's been really great. Y'all have a good one. Nymph.
If you'd like to donate to us, you can use the links below to just donate, or you can go to my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/game time with Nymphadora. All of the donations go to the podcast right now. And next week we will be discussing Torbjorn, because I believe that's Farah. We'll be discussing Farah because she's
Yeah.
the next comic book. So thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, have a good one.
Bye.